Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead, Kelsar. Sorry. I didn't know if you requested by accident or not.
Hey, good morning. I just have to
Hey,
tell
how
you
are you?
something.
Sure, what's up?
Good. Um, Big Macs are avocados, yes.
Oh my gosh. Stupid,
I
stupid.
I just saw that and I was like, I need to tell him. They are the same thing because they are both delicious. Okay. Now I gotta drop, I gotta go to work. I love y'all. Have a good day.
Take care. Have a good one, okay? Um, what did I say? What was some of these things here? Hey guys, we are looking for ops, okay? So if you voted for Trump, if you support Trump, hit the request button there at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching on the tube, you can call on in, okay? Hey, Crash Out. Avocado would be good on a Big Mac. That would actually be very good. That'd be amazing, actually. I don't think McDonald's would do that, but you know. Hey, Ricky, what's up?
Hello.
Hey,
So
I
I'm
just need
more
to
of
know
a
your
Democrat.
age. I just need to know your age.
I'm
How old are you?
my age 38.
Okay, what's going on?
Yeah. So I'm a lifelong Democrat, but if I had to vote for Trump or Harris, I would vote for Trump.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump in November of 24?
No, no, no.
Okay. Well,
But
did you vote? Did you vote for Harris?
no, no, I would never vote for a woman. That's not happening.
Okay. Do you think this trolling is good?
I'm absolutely not trolling. I mean this with every fiber of my being, 10 toes down.
Well, that would make it
It
even
pisses me
worse.
off that
That would make it
if you
even
think
worse. You should
if
pretend that you're trolling just for the sake of your well-being.
no, no, no. The fact you would act like a woman could be president makes me angry. I want to get violent. You know what I mean? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, again, this trolling is not funny.
I'm absolutely not trolling. I wish you'd say it to my fucking face. You think a woman could be president? Like,
I
how
am
are you
saying it.
retarded?
I am saying it to your
No,
face. Go ahead and
how?
turn your camera on. I'll say it to your face right now.
So no, 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 no.
Turn
I'm
your
talking about
camera
in
on.
real
No, no,
life.
no,
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 no.
no. I don't want to get
So
doxxed
come
by
over.
200 people.
So come over to my place right now. I'll give you my
All
address.
right, here I'll follow you. All right, bet.
Yeah.
I want you to DM me your addy.
I'll tell you
Listen,
it right now. I'll tell
so
you it right now. I'll tell
the
you it right now. It's 13042 Levington Street, Tampa, Florida 33624.
cool, bet. Hold on, let me
That's my
write that.
address.
All right, say it again.
13042 Levington
One, two.
Street.
Hold on, hold
Yep,
on,
keep
hold
going.
on. My pen's not
One
working.
three. Yep, good. Well, you got a violation, but I'll give it to you again. Okay, it's 1 3, and anybody can write this down if you want to come over here and you're afraid I'm gonna not say something in your face. It's 1 3. Write this down. 13042. Oh, that is my address. It's 100% my address. It is 1000% my address. 13042 Leverington Street, Leverington Street. I don't need to spell that one out. Tampa, Tampa, comma, Florida, Florida, 33624. That's my address. You're welcome to come here. You would put a little entertainment to my day. My day gets a little boring. It gets very boring and dry. So if you come over here and threaten me, it'll at least give me a little bit of entertainment. John, how you doing? Beach, it's okay. I really don't care about my life. I wish I was joking about that. John, how are you? John? Okay. Do I have family? I do. Not living with me, though. If I had family living with me, I wouldn't be giving out my address. Watch, I'm going to have like 5 people going to my address now. All right. Keep tapping and sharing, though. Again, if you voted for Trump, if you disagree with the context of the background, hit the request button there at the bottom of the screen. The reason why I'm giving it out is because it's not that difficult to find it. If it were extremely, we can go to the River Walk, sure. If anybody wants to go to the River Walk, we can go. What was I going to say? It's really not that hard to find me on social media or to find my information. That's why I'm giving it out, because within like 5 minutes of looking it up, you probably can find it anyways. You can find my first and last name, so that's why I'm giving it out, because it should not be all that difficult to find it to begin with. But we are, again, looking for people that voted for Trump, okay? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Okay. What's going on?
I mean, I can tell you exactly why grocery prices have gone up. It's because the Jays hijacked Trump's administration. They've completely hijacked everything he was going to do for the state
Really?
war.
Really? The Jews? It's about the Jews?
Nope, the Jews.
Got it.
They're always evil.
Good one.
No, it's not a joke. It's just true.
Yeah, good one. It's a fun
Like,
one.
it seems
Funny
like
one.
they're at the center of every major problem in this country.
Really?
It's always them.
How so?
How so? I mean, let's first talk about the banks. They own the majority of our media. They own the majority of our politicians. They own the majority of.
Can you prove it? Because by that logic, we can just blame men. It sounds like men are at the center of the problem.
It's not men, it's Jews.
But it's men. Yeah, but it's weird because you're generalizing a whole group of people by saying it's Jewish people, but men also fit that mold just as much. Why aren't men the problem?
How are men the problem?
Well, because men are also.
Men are the people that keep this nation going. Without men,
So then so are Jewish people. Jewish are people that keep this going.
No, they don't. They do
Why
nothing
not?
besides to destroy everything they touch.
Then same thing with
They
men.
never build
Then same
anything.
thing
They
that
take over-
men
they
men
take
then
over
men
things and
men
destroy-
destroy everything they touch as well.
How?
By the same logic that you're blaming Jewish people.
How do we destroy everything?
How do Jewish people destroy everything? Whatever
How do they
answer you
destroy
give,
everything?
by whatever answer you're about to give, I will apply that to men.
Well, first off, we kicked out of 109 different countries for doing the same thing.
Prove it.
Over and over.
Prove it. Prove it.
Spreading, corrupting every single bit of
Prove
media.
it. Hey. Prove it. Prove that they've been kicked out of 100 plus countries. I understand that's an anti-Semitic
Google is
talking point. No, I
Google
want you to
is
prove
free.
it. I don't give a shit if it's free. I want you to prove it. Name the countries. Well, Spurk, it's not about
I
you.
know
Like
Germany, Spain. They've been kicked out of. I believe Russia.
For what reason? For what reason? Give us the reason.
The same reasons I'm talking about: spreading corruption and degeneracy.
How? How do Jewish people do that? Tell us how Jewish people do that.
Money. All their money.
Okay.
They use
Great.
their money.
Then men have been kicked out of those countries. Then men have been kicked out of that country
The
for
women got
corruption.
kicked out too.
But it's
women got
95%
kicked
men.
out too.
95% men.
You're saying that Jewish women aren't a problem? They started feminism. That's a huge problem.
Oh no, guys, feminism, how awful.
Yes, the cancer that keeps spreading.
You're like an 18-year-old incel, right?
I'm 21, bud, and I have.
Oh, forgive me. Is this all you got? Blaming Jewish people for all of your problems?
I'm not blaming them for all my problems. I'm blaming them for
You are.
America's problems.
Yeah, you are. You're blaming them for
I'm
entire
doing great.
group. Okay.
The country is not doing great because of the fact that they own the center. They own almost every media outlet there is. They own
Prove
almost
it.
every search engine there is.
Prove it.
They own almost.
Prove it.
BlackRock. You ever heard of BlackRock?
Prove that it's Jewish people.
Owned by a man named Larry Fink, who's a Jew.
Prove it.
Prove BlackRock CEO is a Jew.
Yeah, I want you to prove that it's Jewish people and not men. Because for everything that you're going to blame Jewish people
They're
for, we can
Jewish
apply men to the same issue.
There's no
I know this is
no
really
white
bothering you.
Christian men that are
I know.
doing the same shit as
Really? Christian people haven't been responsible for killing millions of people over the years? Really?
yeah, we were justified in that.
Oh, okay. I see. That makes sense.
Unaliving degenerates and unaliving people that were just trying to like worship God and not spread degeneracy.
Mhm.
Those are two different things.
Okay.
For instance, the
Whatever you
Bolshevik
need,
Revolution, they unalive.
whatever you need to tell yourself to make yourself feel better. That's fine.
I mean, you guys
If
already
you
talked
if you
about the
if you need to
Holocaust.
blame
Let's talk
Jewish
about
people,
the
if you need to
Bolshevik
blame Jewish people for all of your problems, you are welcome to do that.
It's not all of my problems. It's America's problems.
Yep. If you
I'm
want to
doing
blame
great.
them, if you want to blame them for all of America's problems, you are welcome to do that.
The majority of them, yes.
Cool. If
Follow
that makes
the
you
money.
feel,
That's all you gotta do.
if that makes yourself feel better, you are welcome to do that.
You are willfully ignorant if you cannot just follow the money. If you believe in this, it's anti-Semitic to question the Jays. You're just a fucking idiot.
Okay. Again, if that makes yourself feel better, you are welcome to do that.
They label anything that's true as anti-Semitic, and you guys eat it all up, and you're like, "Oh my God, yeah, they're so anti-Semitic." Just say that they
That's
own
fine.
everything, even though they do.
Great. Okay. Again, you are welcome to do that if that makes yourself feel better. You have every right to blame Jewish people for all of your problems.
It's not all my problems. It's all of America's problems, dude.
Okay. Again, you are welcome to
Who
do that.
charges high interest? Who are the people that charge
Men.
high amounts of interest to people that
Men.
aren't Jews?
Men.
Jews. It's
Men.
Jews.
Men.
There's women.
Men.
There's women too.
And there's also non-Jewish people too.
Yeah, and those people are usually Zionists. They're usually in cahoots with the Jews.
Don't you
Because
see
they've been
that? You
paid
don't see
by
what
the
you're doing right now. It's weird that every time I bring up anything else besides Jewish people, it's not those things. But then it's apparently all Jewish
Because
people.
it's not all men. Because there's women
But-
in the Jews too.
And there's non-Jewish people as well.
Yeah, they're called Zionists. They're being
Okay,
paid by the Jews.
great. And the non-men are misogynists.
The non-men are misogynists.
Right. I'm just doing the same logic
Misogyny is
that
not
you're
an issue.
doing.
I think
I'm doing the same logic that you're doing. When I mention people that are not men, I'm just going to say that they're all misogynists. But when you say it's non-Jewish people, you just say they're Zionists.
Yeah, there's Zionists. There's Zionists. There's Jews, and then there's
Sure.
There's different sects of this whole thing.
Who told you to
Jesuits.
feel this way? Who told you to feel this way?
Who told me to feel this way? I learned this stuff.
From who?
I had an obsession
From who?
with World War II when I was from
Is
from the internet.
Is Hitler your hero? Are you one of those people where you look up to Hitler? You're one of those people, right?
I think that he was justified in quite a bit of the things he was saying and the things that he was trying to do. I just think that he executed them a little bit.
Does this make you feel better? Does this make you feel edgy? Thinking Hitler was cool? Does that make you feel super edgy?
It's not me trying to be edgy. It's me trying to say the truth. He's the most slandered man in all of history.
Hitler
Because
is?
Stalin was so much worse. Lenin was worse. The Bolshevik Revolution was worse than the Holocaust.
Sure.
They don't ever tell you about that in school because the Jays own the books that teach you in history.
Okay.
It was Robert Maxwell who owned the rights to the printing of the books, the history books we currently have. Ghislaine Maxwell's father.
Are you one of those people? I don't
care.
care. I don't care. Are you one of those people that think it wasn't 6 million Jewish people that got unalived in the Holocaust and it was only 170 something thousand or 200 something thousand? You're one of those people?
271K.
Because that makes it better. Because that's okay, right? Why are you so angry?
I mean, majority of them were unalived due to starvation.
Why are you so angry that in your worldview less Jewish people died than we claim? Why are you so angry about that? Shouldn't that be a good thing? That less people were killed in a Holocaust?
I'm not angry about less people.
You are. Every single Holocaust denier is so angry that 6 million didn't die. That should be a good thing that less people died in your worldview.
The truth that 6 million didn't.
Prove it.
And
prove it.
That's
Give
why
me evidence.
Mustache Man is
Give me
slight.
evidence. Give me evidence.
The American Red Cross said before all the Jays decided to print everything in our books, they said it was 271K.
Give me evidence. Yeah, provide the evidence. How do I look this up? Tell me how to look this up.
Google the American Red Cross.
Okay, so American Red Cross. Then what?
The amount of people that were unalive during the Holocaust.
Okay, so American Red Cross, amount of people killed
Their first number.
Hold on. So I typed in American Red Cross, amount of people killed in the Holocaust. Right here it says misinformation circulating around shows Red Cross of 270 to 300,000. However, this figure does not represent the total number of people that were killed. So I Googled it like you told me, and it says the opposite of what you said. So how do I find this information?
Of course they covered that up.
Great. So how do I find this information then?
How do you find the information?
Mm-hmm. How do I find this information that only 270 something K were killed instead of 6 million? Tell me how I find that.
You can also look at the amount of camps they had and how the fact that chimneys weren't built.
So provide the evidence. How do I look this up? Tell me how I look it up.
Bro, you fucking read. You look through.
How do I look it up?
How do I?
So where? But how do I find the information though? I can't just guess. I can't just take your. So great. So tell me what to Google. I typed in what you told me to type in, and it didn't come up. But your excuse is that of course it says that. But you told me to look it up. No, you told me to look up. No, you told me. Stop. Shush. You told me to Google this word for word, and I did, and it doesn't say what you said. So how do I then formulate this Google search to find the information that you told me to?
How do you do that?
Yes.
It's not available information.
So then how, so if it's not available, how the fuck are you privy to the information?
How am I getting it?
How did you get that information if it's not available?
It's an estimate by the American Red Cross. It was the first number that came
I
out.
typed in that and it didn't come up.
Yes, of course they covered that up.
But then how did you find it? You can't have it both ways, Wang. You can't just say the American Red Cross said this, and then when I look it up, it says the otherwise, and you say, of course it says that. How did you find this information?
How do I find this information?
Don't repeat it. You heard what I said. The silence is deafening.
I'm just confused what the fuck you're trying to ask me to do.
I'll repeat it. How?
You can learn this.
Hey, how? Hey, shush. How do I find the information that only 270-something thousand Jewish people were killed during the Holocaust instead of 6 million? How do I find that information?
How do you find the information? You gotta
Stop repeating the question. Stop repeating the question. You heard me. So tell me how I do that. I want to find this information. How do I find it?
I don't remember exactly where I fucking found it.
So you have no idea. So you have no idea where you found it, but it's true.
I remember what I did was I read Hitler's speeches in English. None of them were saying that the Jews.
Wait. So Hitler never lied. So you're telling me Hitler never lied? You're just taking his word for it.
No, he didn't lie.
How do you know he's not lying?
How do I know he's not lying?
Yes.
Because he had Jews in his military.
Wang, you are falling privy to like 80-year-olds misinformation and propaganda. How the fuck are you falling victim to this?
It's not propaganda, it's the truth.
Then how do you know it's true? What's up, Olive? You can chime in if you want.
How come it's illegal to deny the Holocaust in so many different countries?
You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now.
Why is it illegal to deny the Holocaust in a bunch of countries if they didn't want to?
Shut up.
Wayne, I need to understand, right? How many rabbit holes do you go down on a regular basis?
You can now unmute yourself.
You might have an echo. Hold on, I gotta change my phone.
Quite a few.
How many?
Quite a few.
Okay, why do you go down rabbit holes?
Because I like to know the truth. I like to not just believe everything that history books told me because they were written by you.
Never mind. I don't even think it's worth it.
It's fine. I don't really give a shit.
My question is, why do you trust the Jews?
So
They are
one,
known to lie.
that's an adjective. They are Jewish people, right? They are Jewish people. They are human beings. They have it's an adjective to a person.
The
Okay.
synagogue of Satan. I know.
So, huh?
The synagogue of Satan. It talks about them in Revelations.
Well,
So I
but
go ahead,
how many deaths do you think Christians are responsible for over the history of the world?
Not enough.
No, Christians.
I just said not enough.
So you want them to kill people?
I mean, degenerates that are doing degenerate shit. Yes.
The answer is 50 to 56 million.
I am pro crusade.
Great. So 50 to 56 million. Now let's look up how much Jewish people are responsible for.
If that's the case, then he shouldn't be mad about abortions.
It's weird. You can't have it both ways.
I mean,
You
I'm
can't
pro-choice depending on the race.
You can't deny the number and then get annoyed when we bring up
He's
the
also
number.
pro wanting raisins in my potato salad, I guess.
What in the fuck?
Because you just want white people to reign supreme, and we're boring. We have nothing to contribute to society. We haven't done anything. Our culture is colonization. We don't know how to make our own things. So congratulations.
what are
You
you
just want to
talking
forever, you want to
The
forever
majority
be,
of-
you want to forever be alone. You will never get any type of action from women. And you know what? That's
I just
fine.
did
You can
yesterday,
believe what you
okay?
want to believe, and you just won't ever
I
have
just
the
did
experience of what it's to be like with a woman.
I'm sure you did.
I
Wang, I don't believe you. Wang,
I
just
woke
like
up
you don't.
next to my
Wang,
girlfriend today.
I think you're lying. Just like you say Jewish people are lying, I think you're lying.
Your sister cousin doesn't count, Wayne. Your sister cousin doesn't count.
Why is that the first thing you guys go to? Are you guys projecting or something?
Because
Hey,
you're
Wang,
not having a genuine conversation, Wayne. That's why.
Wang, are you a conservative or are you left leaning?
I'm far right.
Okay, great. So I just wanted to prove that anybody who denies the Holocaust or anybody who falls privy to any conspiracy theory is very far conservative, not left leaning. So I appreciate you proving that.
But why do majority of conspiracy theories come out true?
Prove it.
Like, remember the lab leak theory? Remember how that was supposed
That's
to be a hoax?
one. You know, there's millions of conspiracy theories that come out every year, right? You just named one. One out of a million is not all of them.
Do you believe that Kennedy was actually unalive by
Wang, I want you to prove that the majority of conspiracy theories come out to be true. Prove it.
Well, first off, the JFK theory.
That's not. Hey, Wang, you're not listening to me. Wang, you're not listening to me. I want you to prove that the majority of conspiracy theories come out to be true. I understand that the thing with JFK, there's probably more information to it. We all understand that. That's not the majority. You named one.
The majority of conspiracy theories?
You know what I said. Stop repeating it. You heard what I said.
There's a bunch that are really far-fetched and insane, and then there's a bunch that are
like the flat Earth one, right? The flat Earth one.
I wouldn't say that that's unreasonable. I would say that the fact that NASA means deceived is kind of a bit of a red flag. But
okay, so you think the Earth is flat?
I'm a creationist.
Oh my God.
All right, man. Good luck with your life.
I woke up, Doug. I woke up. Can I do a reset? If we all go back to bed collectively, can we just collectively reset the day, please?
Fucking awful, some of these human beings that exist.
How
are you doing, Olive? You doing okay?
I'm here. I'm doing okay. This entire administration is making me question whether or not I should even just attempt to try to stay in this country. But we're living the dream. I don't know. For some reason, they wake up in the morning and they just drink really bad coffee filled with gasoline, and maybe that's why our gas prices are up so high. I don't know.
Hey, you could be onto something there. Hey guys, we are looking for anybody that voted for Trump, okay? If you voted for Trump, hit the request button, okay? I'm done with these Holocaust deniers. Entertain one of them. Jim, how you doing? Are you there? Once, twice, three times? Okay, cool. All right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Mary? Mary, how you doing? Mary, are you there? Okay. let's get to the next one. Remember, guys, we are looking for ops. Ops. Seal.
Hi.
I don't know how to pronounce your name. How are you?
Kaylee. I'm awake.
Hey. I'm happy you're awake. How old are you?
25.
Okay, what's on your mind?
Why hasn't Trump made gas prices cheaper?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense to me. The price of kerosene is quite high at the minute. At least for where I live. It's like to fill up the tank would be almost 700 euro. I don't know what that is in dollars.
Do you live in America?
No.
Okay. Do you support Trump from wherever you are?
No, God, no.
Okay. I'm only looking for people that do support him, people that are like opposition,
sorry,
okay? But no, you're good. I appreciate you coming on up, though, okay? Take care. Yeah.
Hi, Infectious. Good morning.
What's up, Infectious? How you doing, man?
I don't get it. I still don't understand why people are supporting this man. I'm looking through. Have you seen about the slush fund? The fact that Trump sued himself and is making a slush fund for J6ers to be compensated because they were poorly treated. I'm losing my mind, Doug.
I don't blame you. Da Vinci. How you doing?
Yes.
Da Vinci.
How's it going?
It's going, man. How old are you?
I am 46.
All right, sir. What's on your mind?
Oh, so you wanted people that support Trump? I support
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Okay. You still do support him?
Of course.
Okay. How do you feel that were you here when that Holocaust denier was up?
No.
Okay. All right. How do you feel that every Holocaust denier is very far right conservative?
Yeah, sure. I think it's I think it's probably par for the course for Holocaust deniers. It's tough for them to be left wing. They're usually a little bit out there. Now, as far as Holocaust deniers, I don't know what their arguments are or why they say that the Holocaust didn't exist.
So why do you still support Trump?
Well, he's the president of the United States. It's that old adage that if you're on a plane, you want the pilot to do well, regardless.
Well, listen, I'm not denying. Listen, of course, I would want the president to do well, but why are you still supporting him in the sense that, you believe he's doing a good job?
Yeah, sure. I mean, because I really think if you listen to Donald Trump's platform, it's Bill Clinton's platform. This was just carried over years. He presents it as if you ever watched the WWF when you were a kid, he's the heel. That's how they're presenting him. But the truth is, I mean, he's mostly following, the United States policy that we've had in place for, 30, 40, 50 years. And
Which is? What's that policy?
Sure. On almost everything. I mean, he didn't write any new laws regarding immigration. He's enforcing them. As far as Iran goes, even Hillary Clinton was pushing the same issue, that if Iran develops nuclear weapons, we have to step in.
I know, but the thing is this: no other president went to war with Iran. Why did he decide to do that when we didn't have to?
Yeah, Iran has escalated this over the years, and look, if Hillary Clinton was in office, she would have done the same thing.
But that's not true, though. But that's not true because Trump didn't in 2016 to 2020, and Biden didn't. So if this was such a big issue, why didn't they do it back then?
Well, because it's not the president that's in place that triggered this event. It's Iran's actions of continuing to develop nuclear material in the position they put themselves in.
So if we're so concerned about nuclear material, why did Donald Trump pull us out of the JCPOA in 2018?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to really go back and look at what his
I could tell you why he did. Do you want to know why?
Sure, I'd love to.
He wanted to put sanctions on Iran. That is the sole reason why he pulled us out of the JCPOA, because under that, you were not allowed to you were not allowed to put sanctions on Iran. There were a lot of other rules and regulations. And also because he didn't like President Obama. So I really, truly don't understand why now in the year 2026, in 2025, when we first BOM-B'd Iran, why we're so concerned with their enriched uranium when Donald Trump could have either renegotiated the deal and or kept the deal Obama had.
Sure. So I think if you believe the official policy line here, and again, you could question it, and I think you should question the government, Donald Trump included, everybody, always. But, they were weeks away from developing this nuclear material where they could make a weapon. Now, you may not believe that.
But how do you know that's true? Because let's keep a few things in mind. One, our own intelligence a year ago said otherwise. His own intelligence said that wasn't true. And also, too, even if it were, we bombed them about a year ago. So why would we still go there now, considering we bombed them a year ago, and he said we obliterated their nuclear capabilities, and they said they didn't have nuclear capabilities, his own intelligence. Given those two pieces of information, why are we there right now?
Sure. So, listen, are there other things at play here? Probably. And my guess would be is that Iran's control of the strait is so crucial to most of the world that most of the world looks at Iran as we require a stable government and regime there. And when you see mass uprisings in Iran, we don't want a coup. If you have a coup in Iran, the stability there is going to be damaged for a long time. Now, hear me out. It's unfortunate that America probably has the most experience in regime change.
Well, we're one of the main people that caused it. Do you know what Operation Ajax was in 1953?
No.
Operation Ajax was during the Eisenhower administration, basically where Iran wanted to nationalize their oil, and the U.S. and the U.K. did not like it, so they planned a coup. They reinstated a new regime, which led into the Iranian Civil War, which led to them realizing that the Western world was not good, and that's where they caught the catchphrase in 1979 of unalignment to Americans. So we have constantly been having our hand in Iran since the 50s, even before that. We were actually one of the first countries to give them a nuclear facility. So again, it's really, really interesting how you're talking about these regime changes and these coups.
Yeah, and by the way, this is my underlying theory. I'm not stating this is what happens. This is what I look at when I look at the world stage and say, this seems to be maybe something that does at least lend some, support for the idea of taking out this regime, other than just the nuclear argument. So, look, was it going to happen? Yeah, it was going to happen. I don't think it was going to happen. I'm sorry. I think it was going to happen whether or not Donald Trump was in office or not.
No, I can wholeheartedly say that it wasn't going to happen. If Kamala Harris was in office.
Hillary Clinton wasn't.
Fuck Hillary Clinton. I don't give a fuck about Hillary.
Well, hold on, a couple things. Hold on, two things. Number one, guys, we can get to a new guest at 30,000 likes if you want a new guest, tap quicker. Secondly, where did Hillary say that we were going to go to war with Iran? And even if she did, we're not. I don't want to speak for all of it, but I assume she would agree. I'm not supporting Hillary Clinton. She's also a warmonger.
I understand that. And
that's why I said fuck Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Listen, look, I agree with you. I think that you shouldn't support a policy decision, regardless, that you don't agree with, regardless of who promotes it.
Right. I would disagree with this even if Hillary did so.
What I'm saying is that it was probably inevitable, regardless of who went into
maybe with
office.
Trump, sure, but I could say with other politicians that was not the case. Even though Da Vinci, remind me, was one of the things he ran on was no new wars?
Yeah, you're right.
Huh. Interesting.
Then why is this the exception? Sorry, go ahead. No.
Well, no. That's the question I was going to go, Doug. Get out of my brain, please. Thank you.
Why is this the exception? Sure.
Right, because if this was the exception, don't you think he would have said so? Like, don't you think he would have said, hey, no new wars except this one? But he never said that.
Yeah, no, it's not an exception. No new
Okay.
wars means no new wars. Well,
But
now some people I understand they voted for him because he said no new wars, and they believe that this is an exception. Do I think that this could have been handled more diplomatically? Yeah, maybe, but I'm not a diplomat, and I'm obviously not privy to all the information that these guys use to make these decisions. So, I can sit on my couch and shake my fist in the air, but the truth is that, we kind of have to trust our politicians and the administration and the
Wait,
people
but
in
you just
charge
said
to
it's
make
not
the
wrong
best
for me to
decision.
question the government. Did you not?
You should question it, absolutely.
Are you not questioning the government and their decisions?
Of course, I question them every day and all the time. I do it as my career.
Because you've seen, what is crude oil at right now? I know it's not, these are just futures at this moment, but let's look at crude oil right now. We are currently sitting at 101 for crude oil. And then let's look at our national gas prices. I think it's wild. We went up by two pennies today. We're at $4.55 for our average of gas. Do you understand, Da Vinci? People are sitting here questioning whether or not they should fill their tank up fully and feed their kids, or if they should not feed, potentially try to push their gas to the final limit to feed their kids and afford rent. Like, Americans are suffering right now due to an illegitimate war that Donald Trump started.
Okay. Now, you consider it illegitimate. Let's say what they're saying to us is true, that they were weeks away from developing 10 nuclear weapons.
But they
Would you be
weren't. There's
okay
no
with
proof.
Iran having those weapons?
So one, I don't think anyone should have nuclear weapons, but because of where Iran is and the aggressor that is surrounding there, including the US, I think they have a right to defense. I personally think that nuclear weapons, we were the only country to ever use them, and that country is still being affected to this day from the nuclear fallout. But again, there's no proof that there's no proof
No, there's
that
no
Iran.
proof that you know of. But I'm asking you as a
no,
hypothetical.
our
I
own
don't-
Would you be
intelligence.
okay?
But hold on, but Trump's own intelligence even said there wasn't proof of it.
What I'm asking you is a hypothetical. Would you be okay with Iran having nuclear weapons?
I don't work in hypotheticals.
Okay, then. Well,
Well,
then that's the argument.
I can
The
agree.
argument is, the
No.
fact is that you can't work in hypotheticals if you think that you know everything. But you
Hold
don't.
on,
You don't
hold on.
have all the information.
But hold on though.
Right?
It's a crazy hypothetical because we know that they didn't have the nuclear capabilities. His own intelligence said otherwise.
Okay. What we're telling you now, what they're telling us now.
No. His own intelligence always has said otherwise, but he
What-
claims to know more than his own intelligence. Why would
What
Trump know
they're-
more than his own intelligence?
What they're telling us now recently is that they've had this nuclear material.
Who's they?
They're weeks away
Who's
from the
they?
administration.
No, who's
You
they?
can believe it or not.
No. But I don't give a fuck about the administration. I care about the intelligence. The intelligence has never said this to be true.
Okay.
I want to be clear real quickly, too. I came up here specifically for this, Da Vinci. The administration also never said that Iran was weeks away from developing nuclear weapons. That was never a claim made by the Iranians or by Jared Kushner or by Steve Witkoff. That is a misrepresentation of what was said during the negotiations.
Okay. Well, enlighten us. What was said?
They said that if they were to basically enrich uranium at U.S. levels of manufacturing and things like that, they could potentially at some point have enough nuclear material for that. But it wouldn't even be in 6 months. It was at some point they could get that. That was not at all, hey, we are currently enriching uranium to this. Hey, we have enough right now to do it.
So I think
It was literally.
Yeah. Look, you may be right, and I'm going off of.
No, I am right. No, I just am right.
Hold on.
It's not maybe. I am.
This is a discussion where we shouldn't be jerks to each other, right?
I
This is not a
disagree.
discussion. So
Well,
what we're talking about is, I think Marco Rubio was the one who put that out, was it not? Marco
No.
Rubio said they were weeks away.
No.
Who was it that stated that?
It would have been. Nobody said they were weeks away. It was right-wing propaganda. None of the administration, but it would be Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner who were doing the negotiations.
Okay. Well, I don't listen to right-wing propaganda. I do listen to news if it comes out and it's from the administration. You may call that right-wing propaganda, but somebody had said that, had put that out there in the news.
But of
That
course they're going to say that. They have to but hold on. But they have to justify we're going to war. No shit, they're going to say that.
I understand that. You're right. They have to justify it. Now, look, which is why I say there is probably an underlying reason that they don't promote or discuss of why we're going into Iran, and we're left kind of speculating on that. And you should speculate it and be critical of it, because look at Iraq and what happened there.
Wait, hold on. But they did discuss why they went into Iran. The problem here is that they contradicted themselves with their own reasoning. So they did tell us why they were going in there. They lied.
Okay, I'll have to look at it.
Well,
From what I understand is that the idea that that Iran didn't have any nuclear capabilities or the capability to make nuclear warheads came from some intelligence agent that had left, I guess, whatever position he was in. Now, I don't know, the veracity of the claims.
It was I can't think of her name.
Gabbard?
What's that? Yeah, Gabbard. Yeah. She said it. Our own intelligence. I just don't understand why you're denying our own intelligence.
I'm not denying it. I just haven't heard that.
Wait, you didn't hear Tulsi Gabbard explicitly state that we had taken out Iran's nuclear enrichment facilities and that they had, at this point, had not been working on re-enriching uranium?
Yeah, so you're talking about when they had these buster bombs that went in and went to the underground facility, correct?
No, I'm talking about what Tulsi Gabbard repeatedly stated, even up to when Donald Trump tried to justify strikes on Iran.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look. I'll take a look. Listen, I'm open to taking a look and seeing what she said and how that goes. I'm not saying that you're misrepresenting it at all. I'm just saying I didn't specifically hear that.
But you can this is easy to look up. I mean, she specifically said that they never had any nuclear capabilities, no nuclear program or anything like that.
They have a nuclear program, correct? They do have nuclear material.
No, nuclear program in the sense of having nuclear capabilities, right? Like, of course.
So what we're talking about is enrichment levels. That they've enriched uranium further than the normal use that they would use for energy and nuclear power plants.
Well, that's not entirely true, because 60% of your enrichment can be used for nuclear power. It's meant for smaller reactors. Okay. Beyond that, though, it's also used for medical equipment. So they actually.
And my point is this: listen, I'm not some Donald Trump worshiper, so believe me, be critical of the guy, and you should be. But what I am saying is, my whole point here was that I think going into Iran was inevitable, regardless of who was in office. Okay. Hating policies or whatever's going on because it's Donald Trump and he's a piece of shit is really short-sighted. We have a long life here.
But we didn't need to go to. I know, but we had a really good deal with Iran from Obama's deal that we had. We never had to go to a war with them. We don't have to have $4.50 gas. We don't have to have this. We chose to do this. Trump did.
We also didn't invade Iran for over 40 years of the current regime in place in Iran. So this idea that it was inevitable is untrue. As a matter of fact, the only time conflict escalated with Iran at any point was twice. Both times were under Donald Trump's presidency. So no, it was not inevitable out from any other president but Donald Trump.
Well, I got to tell you, I think this is more of a world effort than we realize. And this is why I say this. By the way, pure speculation on my part, but it seems to me as if you may have missed it before, but that when you have a regime that has such an important place or position in the world oil market because they control that strait, and that regime starts to show signs of crumbling, the world wants the Band-Aid ripped off. Okay? They don't want to watch an entire civil war happen in Iran where you have, no power structure in place or no, centralized power structure in place for a significant amount of time that may end up affecting the rest of the world and the world economy.
Cool.
So my guess is
that's just something said by someone who knows nothing about Iran. First of all, the world is
my
not-
guess.
Hold on.
My
So,
guess.
Da Vinci, a couple of things. Da Vinci.
Hold
real
on. So let me finish my point. My guess is that China, Japan, Russia, Australia want this. They
quick.
want
I
it.
they don't. And if they did, right?
India wants it. You
Hold on,
don't
hold
think that? You don't think they set up that warship to get sunk?
No. So let's be clear about this real quick.
Of course they did.
But if the world wanted this, then U.S. forces wouldn't be having restricted access to Saudi bases and to most of the bases in the region, including the United Kingdom and other of our allies in NATO, right? Like, clearly the world doesn't want this because the world's pissed at us. Because, we unilaterally went in and cut off oil supply from the Strait of Hormuz because of an idiotic action. But beyond that, there is no indication of a civil war happening in Iran. There were protests, but there are protests in Iran quite a bit. If there's anything that we've seen right now, it's that the regime...
30,000 people they killed of their own people.
If there's any... Yeah, man, authoritarian regimes do this. But let's
Should we sit aside and watch that? Do nothing?
We sat aside and watched as Israel committed a genocide in Palestine.
Should we have done that?
I'm just saying, man.
Should
if
we
you're
have
gonna
done
play,
something in Gaza?
we are not the world police, but like we shouldn't be.
So you would sit. So you're okay with Israel murdering all the people in Gaza?
Nope. Which is why I don't believe in funding Israel. But that's a different conversation. I'm just pointing out that we sit by and watch horrible things happen around the world all the time. So saying, hey, Iran is the one time we should do it is just special pleading.
So we shouldn't do it.
Either we do it every single time or we don't cherry pick.
Okay. Well, Do
you think this is America first? Do you think this is an America first policy?
Do I think it's an America first policy? I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of arguments on how it benefits America, in the sense that we need to make sure that we have a stable world market in the oil market because OPEC.
But we already did.
To control
It's not.
Obviously,
I know, but it's not stable now because of us. We had very low gas prices prior to this.
I know that, but what they saw obviously was some sort of change that was going to happen in the market, and I think they want it to be a catalyst to try to make that change happen much quicker than it was going to. In the sense,
what change are you referring to? What change are you referring to that would have?
I'm referring to Iran about the collapse.
No, but there's no indication that Iran was anywhere close.
They just killed 30,000 of their own fucking people.
People protest. Hold on. So let's be clear about this. People protesting and Iran being authoritarian has nothing to do with Iran about to collapse. We literally we bombed the leader of Iran. Did the IRGC collapse after the leader was unalived? Yes or no?
No.
No. As a matter of fact, they put in a new leader. And now there's new leadership in place. Has Iran collapsed despite having heavy external pressures?
No, but we're trying.
Oh, weird. So the government wasn't that fragile.
We're trying to expedite
that demonstrates hold on, Da Vinci. That demonstrates the wrongness of your claim. Again, if this thing was so close to collapsing from internal pressures, then an external pressure like us bombing them should have actually been like the final straw that breaks the camel's back, man. But it didn't because it's not true.
Can I ask you? Have you ever been in the military?
Yes.
What branch?
We both have. Corey and I both have.
Hey, hurrah!
No, go fuck yourself. I don't care. But anyways, I'm sorry. There's no brotherhood here. There's no brotherhood here. I don't respect you. But don't even know me. Camaraderie. There is no camaraderie.
Excuse me. You don't even know me.
Correct. All right? And I don't want to.
That's good. That's fine. Then get the fuck off of here.
No.
Why are you away?
I come on Doug's panels a lot.
We're having a conversation about about why this is happening and whether or not it's good for America.
And all of your reasons are silly.
For you to be a disrespectful jerk to me is uncalled for. I mean, at what point? Who raised you to have discussions like this? Is this how you treat people in your normal life?
When they're unbelievably wrong,
when they don't agree with you on something that we have no power to change, and it's an absolute just discussion.
We do have the power to change.
Good, then go change it. Then what are you doing on here?
I'm advocating for individuals to be more politically active and to contact their representatives so that
Oh my God.
they can actually work to stop this conflict.
You
which, by
can
the
do
way,
that without being a jerk. Do you think you've changed my mind to do something? Do you think
Well,
you've persuaded me to your point of view by by talking to
Da
me
Vinci,
like
Da Vinci. Here's the thing, though.
bad
Like
person?
having listened to this conversation with you, I don't think you want to change your mind with new data because you don't seem to be capable.
Did I not say that I would go watch the Tulsi Gabbard? I never heard it, but I'll definitely check it out. That I'm an open-minded person.
But
That
words
you
and
have no
actions
idea
are
what I
different
do in my
things.
career. In my career, I advocate all kinds of different things. As a matter of fact, I fight the government all the time.
You want a cookie?
Okay, so you have no clue what I do or who I am, but for
Correct.
some
You know-
reason
you know, wait,
you
hold on.
chose
So,
to
wait,
be
Da
disrespectful
Vinci,
to
Da
me,
Vinci, let
right?
me just be clear about
Even though you're supposed to be a Marine.
Hi there. So I'm going to point this out real quickly. You're going to say you fight the government all the time. You don't know the happenings within our government to a degree that someone who is even partially engaged would do. So I don't care that you claim to be fighting the government. The way that you have, or what you have said so far throughout this conversation displays that of a person who, if he's fighting a government, doesn't actually know what that government represents or does and is just there for the fight, which is also bad.
You there? Hey guys, remember 30,000 likes we can get to new guest. Okay, we're almost there, so keep tapping a little bit.
So, I mean, I don't understand, when I deal with folks like you, I don't know how old you are. You're probably a younger guy. You're going to realize that maybe one day you don't know everything. All right.
So wait, why do you know everything then?
I don't know everything. That's my point. I realize that.
I know, but it's weird that you're justifying this, but you don't know that Tulsi Gabbard said that we didn't have, or they didn't have nuclear capabilities. Like, how do you not know that?
Yeah, I'll go take a look at what Tulsi Gabbard's statement was. I have no problem doing that. And as a matter of fact, I've been saying the whole time you should be critical of the government, regardless of who's in office. And you should be critical of the policies in place, regardless of which politician pushes them. Okay? But the fact is that unfortunately, as civilians, we're not privy to all the information that they use to make these decisions. So this conversation started from, do you support Donald Trump? I support Donald Trump solely on the position that he is the president. Okay? And you want that
blind loyalty. That is
And
blind
so-
loyalty to a position.
It's not blind loyalty to a
It is.
position.
If you support
It's based
him
on
because
logical reasoning, the fact that you don't want the president of our country doing a bad job.
No one's saying
Okay.
that though, but
So-
and I know you're going to say otherwise, but I can almost guarantee that you did not support Biden to the same degree you are with Trump. You can
I
say
100%
otherwise.
did.
Okay.
I
don't
100%
believe-
did.
Sure, you are welcome to say that.
I 100% did.
Okay.
And not only that, I supported Obama. I was a big Obama supporter because I thought Obama would do something different than, George Bush. I don't think he did. I think he continued the same policies. I did not support Hillary Clinton because I believed that she was going to be the same, just follow the same trend as the past, 12 presidents. Not 12, but, past 5 presidents. So, the idea.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You can claim, I support the president because I want them to succeed. Okay. You know what? I also want Donald Trump to do what's best for this country and to be a good president.
Good job. I'll get you a hat.
But here's the thing. I don't support him because he's not. Right?
Okay.
But
yeah.
just by every metric, he is a failed president, making this country worse. So
Okay.
you
By
can
every
say,
single metric.
by no metric is the United States
what
able to
was-
replace what it was.
But wait, how is he making us better though, Da Vinci?
How is he making us better?
Yeah, domestically
I mean,
or foreign.
Sure, the economy's doing well. I think the
How?
economy's
Wait,
doing well.
how is the
Uh,
economy
it's-
doing well because of what he's doing? What aspect of the economy is doing well because of him?
It's definitely not.
Sure. Well, inflation was out of control under Biden, and I'm not blaming Biden. Okay,
But-
I
but-
think we had a lot of factors that go into. And by the way, the presidents don't have that much power.
I know,
So-
but then why are you saying he made the economy better? Then, if you're claiming that they don't have much power, you can't have it
Sure.
both ways.
Yeah, basic stability.
What
Okay,
stability
so
are you referring
basic
to?
economic stability. The idea is that the world's becoming a smaller place. and we have to be competitive here economically in America, especially to have a place that's friendly to do, for corporations. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but the corporations are the drivers of our economy. And if we don't have if we're not competitive in the market for these corporations to stay here, they'll leave.
No, they won't.
Okay.
They just won't.
They will.
Not gonna lie. When corporations paid higher taxes and had heavier regulations, they came here because we're a massive market. This whole making it business friendly and all that baloney. First of all, deregulating and doing tax cuts does nothing but hurt the American people and the U.S. economy in general.
God. No, it doesn't.
It literally does. Because I got bad news for you. That it never trickles down.
I got bad news for you. It does. The fact is that you live in the best country and the best society.
No,
in the history of the world.
by which metric? By which metric are we the best? Not by any metric. Not by education.
Hold on. The fact that we're sitting here talking on the internet.
Who gives a shit? You can do
All
this
right,
in Europe.
you have food in your
Let me please talk. Let me
refrigerator.
please
You
speak.
probably have a house
Let
to
me
stay.
please speak. By which metric are we the best? Not by education. Not by mortality rate. Not by any health standard. Not by homelessness. Not by people like having food and like. There's no standard at which we are the best.
Yeah, there's no standard that you want to look at.
So give me one standard. Give me one standard.
Let me ask you, which country's better? Which country's better?
There's many countries in Europe that have much better standards than we do.
Name one.
Germany.
Yeah, Germany. We can go Norway. We can go Finland.
Mm-hmm. All the white countries. That's what you're naming.
Oh, this is what
That's
we're
your
doing.
thing. That's your thing. Huh?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Which country is better?
Can you tell me which? Can you, Defenji, give me one metric that America is the best at.
One metric that America is about quality of life.
How do you measure quality of life?
Sure, and the fact that all these things, I think we have.
How do you measure quality of life?
Yeah, housing, education, health.
Okay, great. One of them. Housing. What do you mean by housing? So you're telling us that we have the lowest rates of houselessness? That's not true at all.
No, I'm not saying that. But what
so then tell how. Okay, you tell us. You tell. Hold on. So eventually, you're not answering the question very conveniently. You can't say we have the best. So we're the best at quality of. Hold on. We're the best at quality of life. You said by housing. What do you mean by that? You can unmute yourself. What do you mean by housing? You also said education. Fuck no, we're not. There's literally no standard in which America is the best at. Unless we want to use bad metrics. But apparently eggs. Guys, we have cheap eggs. Okay. That makes us the best. Guys, remember, 30,000 likes we can get to a new guest, okay? Yep. Finland, Iceland, Norway. Yep.
This is the rank. These would be the top 6 countries for quality of life. I just want you to see this real quickly. I want you to understand the United States doesn't rank top 10.
Are you there, man? It's weird that you're now not answering. I know you know how to unmute yourself. I know you know how to.
Here. Am I muted now or no?
No, you're unmuted. Which metric are we the best at?
If you look at all of them together as a whole, for the most part, people have housing, people have school, people have healthcare, people have
better
jobs,
than other countries. Not better than other countries. Every other country has better
because
education.
what you're saying is that you're saying, look at this village in Africa that has grass huts. They all have
never
housing.
mentioned Africa.
Yeah, but they don't have school.
Didn't say Africa.
Never mentioned Africa. I'm using an example
never
to illustrate your argument.
Okay, we hit 30,000.
I'm using an art.
You suck at debating.
Jesus Christ. Also spoken like someone who's never fucking been to Africa. What the fuck?
When the fuck did I mention Africa?
Well, not you.
User, what's up? No, I know. I was talking to him. When the fuck did I?
You damn sure ain't trying to move, are you? You ain't trying to leave this country, are you?
What the
you gonna
fuck
stay
does
your
that
ass
do?
right here.
What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
with
Can you
these
tell?
high gas prices and these high groceries, your ass ain't going nowhere. You're gonna
Never
stay
said I
your
was
ass
moving.
right here in this country.
Never
Move.
said I was moving.
Move. If you want to dog out
Can
America,
we have a
move.
conversation? User, are you here for a
Leave.
conversation? User, are you here for a
I'm giving you
conversation?
one.
Or are you
Move
here to
your ass
bitch
out
and
of the
moan?
country.
Are you here
Move
to
your
bitch and
ass out
moan?
of the country.
Okay. If you're here to bitch and moan, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Let's have a conversation, okay? I never said I was moving. I don't have the
Move
ability to
your
move.
ass out of this country that you so like dogging out.
Why
Move.
are you so angry that we're not the best
Because
country?
we are the best country.
By
Why
which
you gotta-
metric?
why-
By
that's
which
why
metric? By which
people,
metric?
by people risking their life to come here. By that metric.
How do you measure that? How do you measure that metric?
By people dying on boats and shit trying to get here. That's
Wait.
how.
Who
hold
the
on.
fuck
So
is
let me ask
dying on boats to come? What year are
How
we in?
many Haitians
People are
and people
coming on
died
boats?
on boats? How many
Bro,
Haitians?
we're in the year 2026. You think people are coming here in boats?
I think he's talking about like people coming from like Cuba and Haiti and stuff like that. But like, user, I have a question for you. Us saying the United States is not the best country, does that somehow mean that we're saying the U.S. is the worst country ever, or that we hate this country? I'm just kind of
Ain't
curious.
now y'all do hate it, and ain't now one of y'all gonna try to leave. Take
Dude.
y'all ass to them
Hey,
countries. y'all
did
like
you
so
serve in the
much.
military? User, did you serve in the military?
Don't ask me no personal questions, asshole.
So the answer is no. So the answer is
Move
no.
your ass
Weird.
out. Did
But
you?
hold on.
you?
Corey
Did
and I did. Yes, Corey and I did. So we can't hate the country that much when we serve for the country.
We both actually served this country and worked for it and decided to dedicate our lives to this country.
You probably was a cook, and you were a cook
What
and
were
you
you?
cleaned bathrooms.
Hey, you know what
Get
you
out of
were?
here.
You know what you were? You were a civilian the entire time. So I'm sorry. I don't care what kind of pogue I was.
I'm sick of y'all dogging America, and y'all ain't trying to leave. Don't
Wait.
leave if you
Why can't
don't
we-
like America so
Why
much.
can't we
Leave.
Why can't we want America to be better?
America is the greatest.
By which
And
metric?
if you don't think by people dying coming here trying to get
How do you
here,
measure that? How do you
that's
measure
how.
that? How do you measure
And
that?
by you not leaving. That's why.
User, people die. People die to get to Spain. Wait, hold on, user.
Man, shut up, man.
User. People die to get to Spain. People
Yeah,
die to get to
yeah,
Germany.
yeah. And
People
what is
die to
16
get to the United Kingdom. People die to get.
1600.
People died to leave Syria during a civil war.
Get out of here.
People constantly die to get away from crises in their own home countries. That
Oh,
doesn't
you one
mean
of
the country
those.
they're fleeing to is the
Oh,
best
man,
country. That's the problem you don't seem to understand.
man, shut up. You guys are wimps. Y'all dog out your own country. Y'all talk about other countries like they so greater than America, but y'all won't leave.
Hold on. So
Beat
again,
it.
hold on. Why can't we just talk about this stuff to point out that
Leave.
the United States?
I'm just telling both of y'all, leave. If y'all don't like y'all country.
No, I'm good to stay here because unlike you, I love this country enough to also want it to be better when it is failing. I love this country enough that I believe it can be better.
You
Why
love
don't
your
you?
lifestyle. Shut up.
Why don't you believe that this country can be better?
Answer the question without bitching and
I
moaning.
never said the country could be better, but stop acting like we
So then
terrible.
why are you getting upset that
shut
we're
up.
criticizing it? Why are
Because
you getting upset that we're criticizing it?
Because you need to leave if you're going to talk about your own country. Beat it.
Wait, you can't have it both ways.
Beat it.
You can't. Hold on.
Beat it.
So do you want us to be better, yes or no?
Yeah, of course I want us to be better.
So then why are you complaining that we are talking
No,
about
you
it
don't want
in a way that
complaining. You the one complaining about America.
you're upset that we're
You are.
criticizing the
Shut
country?
up,
Yeah,
punk.
you're
I'm tired
obsessed
of
that
you
we're
punks.
you're upset that we're criticizing the
some
country.
go find some gay island to live on and be happy.
What's a
But
gay
get out of
island?
here.
What's a
Get out
gay
of here.
island? How can an island
Wherever
be
that
gay?
is.
What's
Beat
a
it.
gay island? I don't know what a
Go
gay
live on
island
one of
is.
those. Go live on one of those islands and leave America out your mouth. If you
How can
can't,
an
if you want to live here and don't want to support America, leave.
How can an
Leave.
island be gay? Can you tell me how an island can be
Leave.
gay?
Leave. That's all I'm telling you. If you don't
I
like
know you're telling
America,
me.
beat
I know
it.
you're acting like a child right now.
But you're right. Just like the other day, you talked about my mom.
I want to.
Oh, you're that guy. Oh yeah, he's this guy. Yeah,
He seems
whatever.
fun. Well,
Yeah,
aside
You have
from
that guy, idiot. If you don't like your
aside-
country, leave.
you're the guy. Hold on, Corey. I'm going to cut you off. You're the guy that told me I have a loose ass. You're that guy, right?
Hey, after you talked about my 80-year-old mom. Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
because I finished on her face.
Yeah, shut up, punk. You a
She
punk.
let me
You're
finish
a
on your
punk.
face.
No, you don't want to do that with no woman.
But I did though. I did
You're a
finish on
loose
her
booty.
face.
You're a loose booty. You're a loose
She liked
booty.
it. She
You're
liked
a
it.
loose booty. You don't want no woman. You're a loose booty.
So just by the way, you say she's 80, but I'll tell you, man, when I was with her, she was spry like she was 50. So like I know, good on her. The kegels are working.
I'm gonna meet after this. Yeah, go move to one of those countries that y'all so proud of, and leave America if you hate it so much, loose booty. Yeah, that's what you do.
If you ever saw Doug do squats, you wouldn't be calling him loose booty.
Man, I don't care. Man, it's a whole lot of loose booty dudes in the gym. That don't mean nothing. Whole lot of loose booty dudes in the gym. What that guy? Yeah, you know how he squat. He squat. Yeah, we know he loves squatting.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for
Well,
yeah, I do. It's good for the lower body.
A whole bunch of you in shape punks. It's a whole bunch of y'all.
Wait, so it's a bad thing that we're in shape?
Nah, it's not a bad thing. But don't act like being in shape mean anything. What that mean?
You're right. You're right. It doesn't mean
But
anything.
that don't mean anything because you can do a squat. So what? But
What's
if
up,
you don't
bitch?
like
Yeah.
this country, leave.
Hi. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, user. User, I've got like two
Don't
things.
come
First off,
asking me no questions. I don't want to hear your mouth.
I don't want to hear your fucking mouth. How about that? Be quiet. Shut the fuck up already. You've never even been out your backyard. As in somebody
in the
who
kitchen
left
and
this
cook
country,
something.
shut up. I said be quiet. Do as you're told. So here's the thing. As somebody who did leave this country and lived as an expat
tell
for
your
many
women-
years and lived in different government systems,
I
lived
don't care
in
what-
three different, you shut up. You're here, you're going to be
Go tell your-
quiet. It's listening time. We have standards here. You're not meeting the standards. Shut the fuck up.
Go tell your wimp.
So, unless you want to sit here and continue to talk about a man's booty hole, I think that's very interesting that you come up here and sexually harass another man and try to get homophobic. But you're the one, sir, that's sitting here
Y'all-
talking about another man's booty hole. That's you, sir. That's you. And just because you have no cultural currency outside your own backyard, let me tell you, every single
Hey,
country
shit.
I have lived in has eclipsed this one.
Well, leave.
Eclipsed it. You would know that if you'd get out of your own fucking backyard. But you don't. You're just some old man coming up here and
Leave.
fucking arguing with people.
She's already lived outside the country, user.
I've already lived outside the country on three
So
different
why did you
continents.
bring your
You've
ass
done
back?
fucking nothing.
You should have stayed.
Because my mother is ill and I will leave again when she passes away, which will be very soon. I can't fucking wait, and neither can she, to be honest.
Jesus
My
Christ.
parents, here's something that's also going to piss you off. My parents are immigrants. My parents are immigrants. I'm pretty sure you want them to fucking leave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking leave. You're the fucking
immigrant.
one that doesn't fit here, sir. You're the one that doesn't fit into the American dream. That's you. That's you. All you know how to do is fucking bitch and complain and talk about another man's booty hole. Congratulations. You're doing great. You're doing a great job. You don't add to people's lives. You don't make a positive impact on other people's lives, marginalized people. You just look out for yourself. And you know what? How old are you again? 80 something? Good, dinosaur. You've got one leg in the
My
fucking ground
ancestors
too.
created the American
May it come
dream. Shut
fucking
up.
faster. May it come
Shut
fucking faster. You shut up, booty hole talker.
You shut your ass up.
I want
and
to
go
put
cook.
this out really quick. I want to put this out really quickly because I find this interesting that you're telling other people to leave. I'm assuming, given your voice, and you know, I could be wrong. I'm assuming you're a black guy, right? Person of color, right?
No, are you white?
I am indeed. That's why I have my profile.
Is white a color? So that make you a person of color too.
Oh my God,
Shut
dude.
up.
Oh my! So, see, the reason I'm bringing this up really quickly though is you're saying we should leave if we don't like this country. I just want to note really quickly: the fucking Civil Rights Act would never have been passed. We never would have had a civil rights movement if people thought like you did back in the 20th century. People realized that this country had flaws, and they protested and fought and argued and stood on fucking business because they believed this country could be fucking better. So the fact that you are up here now telling people to leave, you would have, if people had listened to you, women would still not be able to vote.
Thank God for the Republicans who did that. Thank God for the
Wait,
Republicans who
no,
did
more
that.
Democrats voted for the Civil Rights Act than Republicans.
Shut up.
Do
You're a
you want me to
lie.
show you
That's
the
a
numbers?
lie.
I'll show you the numbers.
That's a lie.
By the way, just want
Okay,
to point out, the Democrats who didn't support the Civil Rights Act, by the way, became Republicans. So, like, I'm sorry that you
Said
don't
the
know
Civil
about
War.
the man who tried to filibuster the
He
Civil
said
Rights Act literally
Hey,
died a Republican.
user, I want to let you know that 152 Democrats voted for it versus 138 Republicans.
The Democrats filibustered that. They didn't even want that legislation
Remember
to
when you,
pass.
but
And then
you
Lyndon
can you admit that
Johnson,
you're wrong? Can you admit that you're wrong? Remember when you said no, that's not true?
Lyndon Johnson said he would have the N-word vote for them for 100 years.
Wrong.
Yeah,
No, he
we
didn't.
understand. And
No,
not
he
only
didn't.
that,
Wait, he didn't say that. Hold on. So he didn't say that. I want to be clear about
that
this.
Southern,
That is a lie. It was something come up with by a
all,
flight attendant 20 years after
all
Lyndon
that
B.
Southern
Johnson was
strategy
dead.
crap is bull.
Oh, again, hey, Strom Thurmond is the Democrat who tried to filibuster the Civil Rights Act. Did he die a Democrat or a Republican, user? Just out of curiosity. Come
Are you there?
on, user. Strom Thurmond, the man who tried to filibuster civil rights.
The KKK guy became a Democrat,
Hey,
right?
I'm sorry, user. I asked you a question.
Yeah.
Answer my question.
I ain't got to
Strom
answer your question.
Thurmond was the Democrat who tried to filibuster the Civil Rights Act. Did he die a Republican or a Democrat?
I don't care what he died. I'm glad his butt did. I don't
Cool.
give a damn what he died
party
as.
was
He was a KKK member.
What party was he
created-
affiliated with at his death?
You got kicked, user. Goodbye.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's Steph. Thank you. Well, you can just say W Steph in the comments. STEF. Thank you so much. Just says kick this fool. Steph, thank you. You're the best. I really appreciate it. He was very, very annoying. Very annoying.
User, if you're still here, just let your mom know I will be making our appointment tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so it is true though that more Democrats voted for the Civil Rights Act than Republicans. But I also want to make it very clear that like this idea that it was just like only one party that was for or against like slavery is just not true. Like both parties were really kind of for slavery. They didn't get rid of slavery because they're this noble, ethical, moral people. It was for completely different reasons. I promise you they would have kept slavery if they could have at that time. Both parties. This wasn't a Republican versus Democrat thing.
Well, so slavery itself, right? The Republican Party was founded on abolition, but like they were still racist as shit. They just didn't believe in maintaining slavery. Then you look at civil rights, and there was broad support for civil rights with Northern Democrats and Northern Republicans, and pretty heavy opposition from Southern Democrats and Southern Republicans. Like 0% of Southern Republicans voted for the Civil Rights Act. Like I think like 5% of Southern Democrats did, which even then shows that by that point the Republicans are getting more racist than the Democrats.
Guys, we are looking for ops. Okay, ops meaning anybody who voted for Trump. Please hit the request button there at the bottom of the screen. Okay. And remember, if you're watching on YouTube, you can also call on in. Hey, user, how you doing?
No.
User, are you there? I'm going to assume it's an accidental request. Okay, take care. Oh, man. Yeah, and like, I know we learned this in school, or at least this is the impression many of us got, but like, also Lincoln, too, wasn't this, again, altruistic person either, that he was just so ahead of his time, that like, he was so against slavery, and he was the sole person that was fighting against it, which is, again, just objectively not true either. And the parties were a lot more aligned a long time ago than they are now. There was a huge overlap between. He certainly was more progressive. I'm not saying that, but like, if you were to speak to him at that time, he wouldn't be this person that like shares any similar viewpoints that we have today in regards to like minorities or anything like that. But yeah, he was progressive for its time. That I agree with. But there was a huge overlap between the parties, though, guys. Like, we're very divided now, but like, Republicans and Democrats for the longest time had a big overlap of views, a big overlap. So I think that's important to keep in mind. Do I live in a red state? I do. I don't know what this has to do with the topic at all. All right, guys. Again, so if you did vote for Trump, if you did read the background, hit the request button at the bottom of the screen. You live where Republicans govern. You love the so much. I don't know what that means. That try to use English words, please. The sentence that you said, that does not make sense. You live where Republicans govern. You love the so much. I don't like Florida. So I live in Florida. I don't think it's a good state. I live here because I have some family that lives here. Fortunately, we live in a country where sometimes you got to live where you are, despite you not really liking it a whole lot. All right, okay, I guess right here. It's a nice, I mean, if you're talking like scenery-wise, maybe, but probably not even. Dot, period. How are you? What are you doing? What the fuck is that noise? Okay.
Sounds like he's either making coffee or it's raining outside.
Or it sounded like he might have been like showering maybe. I don't really know. Spray paint. YouTubers, remember you can call in. The number should be posted there in the comment section. So Trump can't be vice president in 2028. No, that's not how things work. I don't know if you guys understand the Constitution. Somebody who has been president twice cannot be elected to a position in which that they have a potential to be president again. So no, he cannot be vice president. I promise you, you didn't think of a loophole that hasn't already been thought of.
I mean, to be fair, he could be dead in 2028, and I do advocate for that particular political policy from him.
But well, yeah. But like, even if he was like, because what's the third in line? The Speaker of the House, right?
Speaker of the House.
So like, he couldn't even be Speaker of the House because like you can't, even if the president and vice president unalived or stepped down, even if he was Speaker of the House, he still couldn't be president. Nobody can be elected to be the president, no matter what position they were in, if it's for a third time. They just can't. So it doesn't matter what loophole you guys think of, it just can't happen.
Like, why would you want him to be president? Like, I'm trying to figure this out because even other Republicans are starting to jump ship. I mean, that's why the Senate just now had another Republican vote in favor of the ending the war. Like, it's like even Republicans are starting to jump ship. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes. Like, the right doesn't like him anymore.
I mean, his polling numbers show that quite a bit. So yeah. Let's look up what his current polling. What's that?
Did you see the poll about people who think they could beat Donald Trump in a fight?
No, I did not.
Oh, it's so funny because it's just like it's Republicans still just very knob-slobbing, and then like everyone else in the country be like, yes, I could probably beat up the 80-year-old, very clearly unhealthy Donald Trump in a fight.
That's funny. That's very funny. Yeah, guys, currently his net approval is minus 20.2%. His approval rating is roughly, depending on what aggregate site you look at, 58.6 disapproval, approval 38.4.
For a user who, hey, our buddy's back. So your mother and I were talking about this last night, user, and she actually agreed with me that even though Democratic polling numbers are quite terrible, they're only 1% lower than Donald Trump's. And polls are also showing that if JD Vance was to run for president, any Democrat who ran against him would beat him.
Oh, he wants to come back up. No, you got kicked via pay. You can't. But however, you can cash at me the same amount as a kick to come back up if you want.
Ooh, you
And for
got
anybody who says we're cherry picking polls, number one, this is the average of the polls, and two, even if I look in the last couple weeks, the best approval rating out of any of the polls that I see is 43%. That is the best poll, and that's by Rasmussen. But that still puts him at -13. The worst poll out of the last couple of weeks would be 35% approval. Jesus Christ. That's bad. Yeah, usually you can't come back up because you got kicked via a Cash App thing. So you can send that same amount back up if you want to come up. Yeah, Rasmussen is very right favoring. So even that, putting him at 43% approval, 56% disapproval, still not good. I don't see what Biden's poll numbers have to do with this at all, Mike. And if you want to know, Biden's approval rating was low, not nearly as bad as it is now of Trump's. If we look at Biden's approval rating at this point of his presidency, about a year and a half or change in, it was bad, absolutely. It was like -12, while Trump's is now -20 something. So, and look how that worked out for Biden, by the way. So if you're going to say, well, what about Biden? Stupid old saying. Well, the Democrats didn't get reelected. So if Trump has a worse approval rating now, then why would Republicans get reelected? You can say it's BS, user, but then you're just ignoring facts. I can show you the polls. I can't let user back in. He got kicked via a Cash App, as I said, for like 3 times already. But Jonathan, you can come on up if you feel that you can debate. If we look at Republicans' approval rating right now, it's also very bad. I think it's in the upper 30s, low 40s. Let me pull that up. Let's see. Republicans rating. All right. Their current favorability is -17 Republicans, which means 38% approval. Yeah, man, we're scared of a guy who can't have an adult conversation, who just wants to yell over people. Yeah.
You got so scared of him that the conversation devolved into mom jokes. Like, guys, I feel like people don't typically do that when they're afraid. They do it when they aren't serious or engaging with an unserious person.
Yeah, no, it was bad. I mean, it's kind of hard to have a conversation with them. So yeah, I kind of had to get to your mom stuff just to speed it along. Your mom's 80 and she still let me do that? That's weird. It says more about your mom than it does me.
I mean, once you get to that age, you're more willing to try things out because you got less to lose. I get it.
She was pretty good, user. I mean, I had a pretty good time with her. All right, where are the ops? Where are you guys? You guys were all in the request box when user was up there. Now you're not. Who lost the culture war? Hellhound? Somebody said we lost the culture war. What does that mean? It's weird that you guys think just because Trump got reelected, that somehow Republicans are just going to win every election from here on out. What does that have to do with the culture war? Like, you're acting like Republicans have won every presidential election or every major election for the last, like, couple decades. It was very consensual. The blue wave ain't happening? Okay. We shall see. We are nasty. No, you're right. We are nasty. Look, first of all, no. Polls is not spelled Poles. You are fucking stupid. And secondly, and really more importantly, besides you being stupid, the polls were correct about Harris. They said she was going to win the popular vote by 1%, plus or minus 3.5%. That was the margin of error. She lost by like 1 and change, which was within the margin of error. So yes, the polls were correct.
Republicans, I have a question. What's it like knowing that you voted for a guy who's so unpopular that the only time he even got more votes than the other person, he still couldn't secure half the overall vote? Like, what's it like knowing that he's so unlikable, he will never get half this country to even support him?
Chris, I don't think you know how primaries work. This channel is a liberal response to Charlie's victory in the culture war. Well, he's dead, so I don't think
are
you.
Charlie Kirk.
I don't think you would anything. How many sexes do mammals have? Yeah, now you mentioned sexes instead of gender. You're right. There's going to be male or female sexes when it comes to other animals, although they're still in the intersex with them as well. But other animals don't have gender, hence it's a human construct. Because there isn't a man cow or a woman or a man bull or a woman cow or a man dog or a woman dog. Hence, gender doesn't exist outside of a human construct. It's not that hard to fucking grasp this, guys. Hey, Art, how you doing?
Yo, we should play Roblox. We should all play Roblox, guys.
No.
Yo,
like
don't
4.
kick me.
I'm gonna kick you. Oh, no, user, no. Oh, wait, no, this guy. Wait, what the fuck? What's with your profile picture? Hello? I don't know what's going on with your profile picture. Not a fan of that. Binary in YouTube is saying that man animal or man dogs and women dogs exist. That's the hill you're going to die on? Binary? You're going to tell me there's women animals and men animals? If you want to die on that hill, you are welcome to do so. It's crazy the things that people are willing to die on a hill for just to not admit they're wrong. Like, they will say the craziest fucking things just because their ego's so big they can't say they're wrong. Okay. Show me what a man dog looks like. Come on up. Show me what a man and a dog looks like.
Keep asking Tyler what he identifies as, and he keeps staring at me like, "Dad, what? Why are you saying random words to me?"
Oh my gosh. A man dog is called a male. Correct. Its sex is a male, but it's not a man, hence it doesn't have gender. Binary, you're going to get muted for the next 5 minutes because you're stupid. If you want to call on in to have the conversation, you can, but use these next 5 minutes to think how stupid you are, and please try to correct it. Jesus Christ. Crow guy in YouTube. I don't know who you are. I can't have unless I know who you are from TikTok. I can't make somebody a mod if I don't know who you are. Why not ban the people having hate speech? There's only so many people I can ban. I generally leave that up to the moderators. But I think people being stupid is also hate speech. So, all right. Naked Eddie, what, like, are you a friendly? Are you, what's going on here? Okay, goodbye. Hey, user, you're not coming up. I know you keep trying to request, but you're not coming up. It's not happening. Yeah, Krogad, that's fine. I just don't take it personally. I just can't make somebody a moderator unless I know who they are. You got forced forward against your will? I don't know what that means. Hope everybody's having a good day, though. Happy Wednesday. Is it Kentucky? You're not pissed about Massey?
Yeah, I heard about that too. That was wild. I mean, it's because they see him as a traitor, but yeah.
Massey? Yeah, I mean, I will say this, though, but like, while it wasn't extremely close, I think given the things that he was criticizing, he probably did better than if he criticized Israel like 5 years ago. Because criticizing Israel 5 years ago was like a complete like faux pas. Like it was like you just couldn't like at all. And like now it's still frowned upon to a small degree, but much less so. So I think if you did criticize them a long time ago, it would have been much worse, the turnout or the percentage, the popular vote. Well, part of it's the e-files too. Yeah, I guess you can't criticize somebody who diddled kids.
Well, and that's the funny thing too. Where like Massey primarily like did vote with the Republicans. He voted against Trump on one thing, and it was releasing the Epstein files. And like, who would have thought that would be political self-termination, right? Because everybody was like, "Oh, release the Epstein files." That was what the Republicans ran on in 2024, and now it's like, "Oh, how dare he defy Donald Trump?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, he did vote against the Big Beautiful Bill too. Part of the reason why Republicans don't seem to like him. But I don't see how the Big Beautiful Bill would help us. This idea that it was the biggest tax break in history is it's a complete misconception, right? Like to the rich it was, but nobody in here, I doubt, or at least very few people in here are part of the 1%. I'm not sure why you would want the top 1% to get the biggest tax break in history. Wouldn't you want the working class to get the biggest tax break in history?
No, see, Doug, you don't understand. I'm going to be a billionaire someday. So why would I want to pay more in taxes? Because I'm going to be there.
The wild thing is, even if somebody was a billionaire, I don't care if they're taxed at fucking 90%, you still make more than 99.9% of the country.
I just want to know what somebody like, because it has to be an ego thing to want to be a billionaire, right? Like Elon Musk saying, "Oh, I want to be the first trillionaire." I don't care, Elon. Like these people should not have these people's lives would not change one iota if they weren't billionaires. They would still have exorbitant amount of wealth. They would still be able to do whatever they wanted with their lives because they would never be constrained by like material limitations. It doesn't matter if they had $500 million or $1 billion. And yet, for some reason, they just fight tooth and nail for every penny instead of helping people with it.
Yeah, I just don't know how people can vote against their self-interest like this much and just be totally ignorant to it. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
I mean, occult classy, to be fair, Peter Thiel did kind of become like a Batman in the second of the trilogy, you know, because he's trying to create a surveillance state. And that's what happened in Dark Knight Rises or whatever. So, you know, that happened. So Peter Thiel's kind of like Batman in the worst way.
The worst way possible.
Oh, I was going to bring this up to you when you and Snitch were up here. Did you hear about Peter Thiel sponsoring the, what is it called? The Enhanced Games or whatever it's called?
Yes.
In Vegas?
Yeah. I don't... I heard you talking about it on a live last week. I think it was on your live, maybe? Or maybe you were on another live. Yeah, I heard you and... Who's that guy that's always on your live?
Well, so there was... that time it was Chris. He's...
Okay.
He's another commentator, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I actually don't have much of it. Like, it's, you know, something to laugh and joke about. I don't really give a shit if if people use those things. But yeah, I do think you have to be careful about the impression that it lays upon kids and things like that, of course. You don't want to give kids the impression that it's necessarily good to take those things, and let alone that you have to take those things to be successful in being an athlete. So, hey, what is with you guys and slurring in YouTube? Fuck. You know how silly you sound when you say you don't understand, but we're ignorant. Well, J-Man, why didn't you come on up, okay? Or are you just going to hide in the comments? Oops. Yeah, again, people in YouTube, you can call on in. You can keep bitching, you can keep complaining, but you can just come on in.
Yeah, if you guys are on the YouTubes, if you call in, I have to stay muted the entire time and shut up. And you know what? That causes me pain. So you get a twofer. You can cause me pain and talk only to Doug. Seems like a W.
I would say so. User, you're still in the comments complaining. You're still in the comments complaining. I don't want to have to restart it, but I might need to, unfortunately. Although I do have to leave in like 30-something minutes because I just got one client, but then I'll head on back. You guys have no life if every single time you get blocked in YouTube, you make a new account just to come on up. Like, you literally have no life. Like, it's wild how pathetic some of you people are. I'm just gonna leave it. You're just welcome to keep leaving your letters. You're helping the algorithm out. I'm gonna stop putting you in a timeout. It doesn't matter, Emma. I don't care. They can help the algorithm. Keep leaving the comments. Keep leaving whatever it is you want to do in YouTube. Go for it. I don't have time or care enough to continue blocking this person. How you been, Corey? Doing all right?
It's a wild time. I work in tech, and so there are like layoffs happening in a lot of places, just for no reason. Like, companies are reporting record profits right now and firing people, so everybody's very anxious. But you know, other than that, life is it's summer outside. 75 degrees. Yay.
It is getting warm out. Here in Florida, it's getting in the fucking mid-90s during the day. It's awful.
Good Lord, dude.
Yeah, I know.
How do you, like, do you just not go outside?
I avoid it. I avoid it at all costs.
Well, Barry Lane, like, when I say record profits, like, you can go look up what Cisco just did, which is a big company in tech, right? They reported record quarterly profits and then fired 5% of their company in order to put that money into investing in AI. Like, that's just what happens right now in the world. And as someone who's fervently opposed to AI because I think AI is evil and also useless, it's very infuriating. In Eastern Washington, it's a balmy 60 degrees. You know what? 60 degrees is a great temperature. 75 to 80 is like the optimal temp, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, 75-ish, mid-low 70s, I think is perfect, with partly cloudy.
Oh yes, good. You know, I'll take like low 70s with sun.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Ooh, Aflala. Wash your life for 500 minutes. Heck yeah.
That's true, Paige. That's actually a good point.
Well, like, it's with every technology, there is some benefit, some like problem. The thing here is that you see, and it's a problem with like the American economy being propped up by stocks, right? Like, people say AI when they just mean LLMs, and LLMs have some uses, but like, they're not the next stage in technological advancement. They're just not. Nobody likes data centers, which is why Americans are voting out politicians en masse if they support data centers, and that's regardless if you're a Democrat or a Republican. If you support this stuff, you're gonna lose your position next year or in the next election. And like, I don't know, I feel like we should put people over stupid things because I'm a bleeding heart liberal.
Does anybody know what's happening to Chud the Builder? I didn't even know who the fuck he was. You know about all that?
Yes.
I honestly had no idea who he was until what happened like a few days or a week ago. That's all that's showing up on my algorithm now. It's very entertaining. I'm very happy for him, though. I'm very happy for him. I love his face when he was told what the bail was, like 1 point something million. Like his eyes just dropped. I hope he deserves every fucking thing that's going to happen to him in prison.
See, I'm nervous. Hearing how high the bail was, I'm very happy about that because I feel like they're taking it very seriously. But I'm also nervous because he did a racist thing in the state of Tennessee. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, how's it going, fellas?
What's up, Ryan? How you doing?
Hello, I'm 35, male from Indiana. How's it going, boys?
It's going.
You having a good day?
We are. What's on your mind, sir?
Well, I just wanted to say, right, the process to make groceries and gas cheaper, it's a long process, right? How can we blame Donald Trump for something that he can't really control, right?
Because he said he would.
He said it, but he didn't mean it. You gotta use your brain, man.
So you vote for a guy that lies to you about lowering prices of things?
Of course I do. Why would I vote for that filthy liberal piece of trash, Kamala Harris, over my Lord and Savior?
If you can't pronounce her name, just call her Mrs. Harris.
How did I pronounce it wrong? How did I pronounce it wrong?
Because you didn't say it correctly.
How do I pronounce it then?
Kamala. Kamala. Not Kamala. Kamala.
Kamala. Kamala.
Hmm? You just got a violation. Goodbye. That was good. That was good.
What did he say? I'm so curious. Did I miss it?
Yeah, so Zach and YouTube, you guys are so stupid this is going over your head. I understand presidents cannot control directly gas and grocery prices. We get it. We all understand that. But you guys voted for him because you thought that he would. And because of his direct actions, gas is more expensive by like $1.50 more than it was a couple months ago on average nationwide. So yeah, I am going to blame him for that. And you're welcome to blame Biden for it, but you can't tell us how Biden increased gas. So there's a big difference between the two. All right. User, you're going to be blocked if you request one more time. What's up, Art? Hello, Art.
I think this is the Roblox guy.
Yo, should gambling be an after-school?
And the answer is yes, gambling should be an after-school activity. I stand by that.
I don't think it was quite $2.39 in February. Purple must. I mean, depending on where you are, I just always go by nationwide prices. Let me pull it up here. Give me a second here. Where's EIA? Fuck, where'd it go? EIA. Here we go. Yeah, so gas in January nationwide was $2.93. It's currently $4.55. So we're looking at $1.50 more. Yes, because we need to send money to Israel. Israel needs to have universal health care, but we can't. Israel can have nice things.
I mean, to be fair, Israel does, keep causing humanitarian crises and, creating the highest number of child amputees in the region. So maybe they do need healthcare access a bit more than we do, I guess.
Good point, I suppose. Oh my gosh. I should pull up the trim of the clip of Trump calling Obama weak for not making a deal with Iran. That's not going to change anybody's mind, Jerry. There's nothing you can do to change these people's minds.
Like I find it. Anybody who stuck by Trump after he openly stated he doesn't concern himself with the economic success of working class Americans, right? He doesn't care about their struggles. If you still stand by him as a working class American after that, I think you're just a simp. Like, I don't know what else to call you.
What does that comment mean, Kiwi? Israel has the birthright to every land on the earth. Their kindness is the only reason we can have... What?
I think he's being sarcastic.
Oh, my bad. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, no, on this app, I used
it's
to
hard to
assume-
tell. It's hard to tell. I'm sorry.
Given how many terrible people you and I have both talked to, like, just individually, I can't take people as sarcasm anymore because I know there are terrible people who almost believe that exact line.
Somebody in YouTube is saying, get ready for this, guys. The rising gas prices are due to summer formulation. The gas was going to go up anyways.
Wait, but... Trump literally put in new legislation that we didn't even have to do the swap over because of that. Like, it's...
Yes, gas goes up during the summertime by like 20 to 30 cents, not by like near $2. We can see historically. Let's use let's just go back through the years. 2025, just the year before when Trump was still president, we looked at $3.19 in January. It got to about $3.27 in the summer. That's 8 cents. What else can we use? I mean, every other one, it goes about 30, 40, 50 cents, sometimes a little bit less. But yeah, never by $2. But hey, keep justifying it all you want.
By the way, the EPA just extended their emergency fuel waiver, allowing allowing refineries to not have to refine to the typical summer standard. So, like, yeah, prices would typically go up because of the summer mix. They shouldn't be going up this much because we've literally given a waiver to keep our refiners from having to do this because of the current crisis.
All right, let's address more stupid YouTube comments. You have no regrets voting for Trump. You have 2 more years to go touch grass. Okay, if you don't regret voting for this shit show, by all means. Under Biden, y'all liberals said the president doesn't control gas prices. Correct. Typically, they don't. But when you go to war with a country that has a strong control over gas, yeah, I think that probably has something to do with it. It's not that hard to understand this concept. I have no choice but to believe you're purposely being ignorant, because there's no way you're this stupid to not know the difference. Yeah, in typical times, a president can't control gas prices, at least directly to any degree. But like, there's a clear A to B to C cause and effect here. It's not that hard to grasp this. And you can't have it both ways either. You can't blame Biden for gas prices and then be okay with it being under Trump. You cannot have it both ways on your end. I don't know shit about oil and gas. Okay, you're right. Us going to war with Iran had nothing to do with gas going up. It just went up randomly. Total coincidence. Sure. The crazy things that you guys do to justify this, it is wild. I mean, I know Trump only has about like a 2 to 3 inch dick, but all 2 to 3 inches is clearly down your throat and up your ass. And you're loving every inch of it. I think everybody just wants to be able to afford food and rent and groceries. I don't think that's much to ask for. But hey, funding Israel is more important. Hey, going to war with Iran is more important. Imagine chocolate chip ice cream. Chocolate chip ice cream is very good. If you're so smart, you're spelled wrong. Why are you poor? Nice one, buddy. You really got me right here in the heart with that one. I don't know what intelligence has to do with somebody's income at all. There's plenty of really stupid people who are rich. And it depends on what you mean by poor. I think poor is a very subjective term. Plus, MAGA doesn't understand that Trump admitted he doesn't care. No, they're going to justify it, right? They're going to justify it. Well, so Blaze Knight, I understand you guys don't know how to look at politics any more than it is like a sports game to you. That's all you guys look at it as. So yeah, when you guys see that gas was high under Biden, you just assign it to him because you have no other way of being able to conceptualize it. But I think it might behoove you to learn how to learn how things work. That might be important. Okay, like it might be good to know why things happen, not just that they happened. So if you want to say that gas was high under Biden, which it was, you're going to have to tell me what he did to make that happen. Otherwise, what you're saying doesn't have a whole lot of meaning to it. Will I be on the front line against the haters? I don't know what that means. He gave illegals free fuel. Okay, guys, you heard it here first. That's why gas went up, because he gave illegals free fuel. Never heard that one before. I've spoken with a lot of Trump supporters. I've literally never heard that before. Usually the only answer that you guys give is that it was the Keystone Pipeline. That's usually your go-to answer. Or that he spent too much money and that's why gas went up. Or, yeah, that in relation to like Ukraine or something. There it is. There it is. See, called it. There it is in the YouTube comments. Biden cut off the Keystone Pipeline. Nope, the Keystone Pipeline has existed for about 15 years. It still currently exists. And yes, it was blocked by the courts. Thank you, Emma. It was only 7% finished by the time the permit was pulled. It was not projected to be finished until 2023 to 2024. Gas had already reached its peak by that point. Gas reached its peak in the summer of 2022 when it wasn't even going to be finished. So
also, the Keystone Pipeline wasn't moving fuel-grade oil. It was primarily moving tar sand, which is used for things like plastic. So, like, guys, this is the thing that I think people always forget. There are different kinds of oil that are useful for different things. It's not all, oh, we found oil this good for fuel. It's like some is fuel grade, some is for plastic, some is for other stuff. The Keystone Pipeline was not moving oil to refineries to refine it for fuel production.
Jimmy, I love it that you're a cuck for Trump. You'd rather have Iran be nuclear. Weird how you guys never spoke about that until Trump told you to think that way. You guys never spoke about Iran. You guys, in fact, were always against wars, which was one thing I actually agreed with you guys on. America first, being against war. The moment Trump turned on that, you guys just had no choice but to agree with him because you guys lack the ability to criticize him to any degree whatsoever. And if you do, you guys get ousted from the MAGA movement.
Hey, Doug, can I send an invite to Text 23 to come up since he's...
Oh, yeah, please, yeah. No, you're allowed to... Mods, you guys can invite anybody, please. Anybody that's opposition, of course. Oh, exactly, Emma. Do I have a link for my ideology? I don't know what that means. Like a URL link? No, I don't base my ideology off of a URL link. Thank you, though. Text is trolling? I can't. Again, guys, it's really difficult to tell at times. Now, I mean, once again, though, people in the comments, like, you can say all of this, but Republicans' approval rating keeps dropping quite a bit. Trump's approval rating keeps dropping quite a bit. So that's not a good combination to win midterms or win the next presidential election. In fact, Trump's approval rating is at an all-time low. It's even worse than it was right after January 6th, and it was really bad back then, too.
Taylor, the Keystone moved nothing because it was never completed, but it was primarily to move tar sand.
Ray, I mean, the thing is, there's a floor to how low his approval rating will go, because there's always going to be that MAGA movement that will, no matter what, will always defend him, like, no matter what. And unfortunately, that's still a sizable percent of the country. So I doubt it's ever going to go below, like, the low 30s, which is still absolutely horrible for a president, but I think that's probably its floor. Which kind of sucks, but, it is what it is. All right, guys, I got like 10 minutes before I got to go, but I should be able to stream after this client I got to work out.
Don't worry, everybody. It's about time for me to start going live, so you guys can come join me and watch me, I don't even know, say stupid things for way too long.
Yeah, make sure you guys give Corey a follow, okay?
Give me a follow or don't give me a follow, but as long as you give me all of your money. Yes, if you and 5 of your friends each gave me $1 and then sent it to 5 more of their friends, I could make a lot of money. What would I do with it? Absolutely nothing good for society. But at least I'm upfront about it, which makes me a better cult leader than most.
Somebody mentioned independence approval rating of Trump. Yeah, it is really low. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. But yeah, it is very low as far as I'm aware. Let me see if I can pull it up. Trump's approval rating amongst independents. Let's see here. Yeah, it's only about 25 to 27% amongst independents, which is fucking god awful.
Loki face, they really don't want Democrats to win the midterms. If they did, they wouldn't have focused so hard on gerrymandering. Trump is terrified of Democrats winning in the midterms because he knows he will get nothing accomplished then. Like, that's the big thing right now. Republicans are already incredibly bad at their jobs, which is why we've only had like 8 pieces of legislation passed since the Republicans took power in Congress. Nothing will happen for 2 years if Democrats get into power. However, people will be able to blame Democrats for certain things because the big beautiful bill, most of the benefits expired by 2028, which means they'll have just enough time to blame all of our economic issues on the Democrats, despite the fact that all this stuff was put into place by Republicans.
I fucking hate that that's how it works, because that's what happened with Trump from when he was president the first term. We had to deal with the aftermath of those things, and of course they got put upon Democrats because a Democrat was president. Exactly. Fucking crazy. Like, I think you guys need to understand that, like, pretty much any policy has like a year to 2 year layover effect. Like like none of these things have an effect immediately. These things come to fruition after like a year, 2 years ish, depending on what the policy is. Yeah, so guys, both do gerrymander. Nobody would deny that. But if we look at what gerrymandering is, it's having, let me say, I don't want to say unfair, I guess unfair representation based on how that state voted, I guess you can say. So when you look at all of the states, Republican states by far have more gerrymander more. And I can pull up the map of it too.
Well, it's also like gerrymandering overwhelmingly benefits the Republicans, right? The Democrats don't. If we were to ban partisan gerrymandering, just ban it nationally, Democrats would come out on top because more people support the Democratic Party. The Republican Party is just not a popular party, no matter how much they keep trying to push these ideas of red waves. They're like, hey, look, we won this election. Cool. But there are fewer and fewer Republicans every year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and somebody was correct in the comments. Dems did try to ban gerrymandering. Republicans voted against it. So I think that should tell you everything. Now, if we look at the most gerrymandered states, again, because I don't really think a lot of people know what gerrymandering means. Again, it just means that what they have as far as the districts go are a completely inaccurate representation of how that state voted. So, like, for example, let's say a state voted 60% Republican, 40% Democrat, and I'm just using random numbers here, but there's 10 districts and 9 of them are Republican and 1 are Democrat. That's completely underrepresented or overrepresented, right? It should be a 60-40 split, not 9 to or 10 to 1. So let's look at the most gerrymandered states. We have Florida, we have Georgia, we have South Carolina, we have North Carolina, we have, what's this one here? Tennessee, Louisiana, Texas, we have New Mexico, Kansas, Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, North Dakota, Nevada, Utah, and Oregon. The only blue state out of those would be Illinois. We have Michigan as a purple state. We can say Georgia is a purple state. All of the rest are red. And maybe Nevada we can say is a purple state potentially. And if we look at the second most gerrymandered states, what would it be right here? We have Oklahoma, Arkansas, what's this other one here? Mississippi. Every single one of those is blue, red. So, yeah, Iowa has a huge Republican advantage in relation to how they vote.
I'll say this too for any people here who live in these states that are heavily gerrymandered, especially for the Republicans. That should not discourage you from participating in electoral politics. Because Republicans are even having to admit this. Their gerrymandering may backfire because it's enraging people.
Yo.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, I just need to know your age. How old are you?
19.
What's on your mind?
I have a question actually. Would you rather be a tongue Sahu accelerationist or a neo-libertarian phalangist?
Oh, Jesus Christ. What?
Would you rather be a tongue Sahu accelerationist or a neo-libertarian phalangist?
So, an idiot or a fascist?
No, neo-libertarian phalangist. Listen. So, neo-libertarian phalangism is actually not fascism.
Phalangism is basically pseudo-fascism.
Yeah, but so it incorporates the economic values of phalangism, not the authoritarian ones. So it's basically a small government that protects conservative values, and economically it's center-left, which basically means we believe the economy should be governed through voluntary syndicates and guilds. And, most of us also consider ourselves national syndicalists. It's a combination between libertarian libertarianism, as well as phalangist thought. So yeah, it's like, phalangism is obviously a type of national syndicalist ideology.
Oh, it's not. But again, it seems like you're just kind of saying National Socialism with different words, which we all know is just fascism. So, my guy, that seems like a really weird... You seem like someone who needs to go outside.
Yeah, but the thing is, in terms of authoritarianism, it's mostly like libertarianism. It's not very authoritative.
Oh my gosh. Can you talk about the background? Can you talk about the background, man?
He left. I didn't drop him. He left.
Sorry, I'm putting my shoes on here. God damn it. Oh my god. Alright, guys, I have to run here in a minute, but as I said, I should be able to go live right afterwards. Give me 1 second here. Put my fucking shoes on. You weren't dropped. Even if you were, nobody gives a fuck about you. Just 1 second here. But yeah, you're going to be going live after this, Corey?
Yeah, I'll probably drop down and get my live going right now. So take care,
All
Doug.
right,
Have a
guys.
good
Make sure you give them a follow, okay? Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody watching. If you joined the live, make sure you click the red follow button on the top left. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. I will let you guys know in Discord and the bulletin board if I do go live after the my client. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for the catch up, Venmo, guess all that fun stuff. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Okay. Sorry, I'll be back.